I have said this several times to you, and I will continue saying this several times to you, that sharing what's going on in the inside of us safely in an intelligent fashion is an important thing for us to do. Silence is not the way to deal with emotions. It is important for us to realize that sometimes we attack ourselves in that silence, sometimes we attack the other person in that silence, and sometimes there is nothing to attack. There is so much of a void that we completely get lost in that void. One such situation is when an individual starts thinking that if I don't share my pain, it will just go away. And this is that situation where the individual is blaming himself or herself for being in that situation, for being in that problem. Quote unquote, the thought here, somewhere deep down inside, is that maybe I am at fault. Maybe I don't have the capability to do what it takes. Maybe I am the one who's instigating this pain and this challenge and this situation. Maybe it's my misunderstanding. Maybe it is my weakness, etc., etc., etc. So it's a very inwardly turned challenge. And this is where we need to understand that walking around with hidden emotions is like walking around with a poison dart. And the poison dart is going to prick something. It doesn't stay neutral, it doesn't stay without creating the harm that it is supposed to. Poison is poison, it will act. So please understand what happens. And if you are in this situation, or if somebody around you is in this situation where they are experiencing pain, there is painful emotions that's within them. There is anger, there is hurt, there is grief, or there is some sort of anxiety, or there is some sort of fear that is there, and they are not expressing it to people around, whether it's at work, or it is with relationships, or it is in the family, or with their friends. If they're keeping it within themselves and they're saying that the pain will go away, no, it won't. That pain won't go away. And there is no point of pointing a finger at yourself constantly and demeaning yourself, being in self doubt. Because what that does, and these people have a coping mechanism, what do? In that self doubt, they try to create a lot of overcompensation around them. They try to excessively take care of others, or they try to create a lot of positivity. They try to fix situation. They become net givers, constantly putting out there, out there, out there, out there, more and more, more and more. So the game becomes giving. So instead of soothing themselves, they try to soothe the environment, try to soothe the person around or people around, in a hope that through the soothing of others, they will get soothed. The pain doesn't go away. And it comes to such a point that they break. Illness, something that can happen. Complete breakdown, something that can happen. Memory loss, muscle and bone issues. And then they can also have significant failures, challenges. Relationships silently break down. And in this kind of a situation, it comes to a point where they may realize that no matter how much they have given, the situation is not changing. And that's a time that these people who have a lot of deep pain inside them, remember the poison dart? The dart can then turn towards the other, and it can then become an all open attack. So it doesn't help. The pain doesn't go away. So what does one do? One needs to fix this. And there are very important three aspects that need to be fixed. Number one, that definitely needs to be fixed is the pain itself. What is that pain? Is it anger? Is it sorrow? Is it anxiety? Is it some sort of fear? That needs to be verbalized safely to a safe set of people, whether it's a coach, a mentor in that relationship, or with someone elder, or someone who's a spiritual guru, or a friend, a philosopher, or someone who would listen to you and who can help you with the solution. It can be the direct person with whom you're experiencing that, or the bunch of people, or it can be someone indirect who can help you resolve that situation. That pain itself needs to get verbalized. The pain needs to be figured out. A solution needs to be configured, and that solution needs to be applied. And that's one very important thing to be done. Someone really needs to help. And when we are in this kind of a situation, it really takes help if you don't have enough maturity and experience in life. Sometimes we get stuck in these kind of positions despite maturity and experience. But then you at least have the wherewithal to do the diagnosis and work with on yourself. If you don't have the experience, you'll need somebody's support. So one part of what you need to do, You need to verbalize that pain, configure a solution, and start working on that. The second place where you need to address is the self doubt that creeps in, because when we hold pain for too long, that self doubt that gets created is not going to go away. Even if the pain goes away, the situation gets resolved, but that self doubt has almost become like a muscle memory. It's become an automatic noise inside us. We need to work on that self doubt by really assessing who we are, our truth, our strengths, our capabilities. Some of that can be done by journaling, by sitting down, understanding the qualities that we have, the good things that we have done, gratitude for the good things that we have, gratitude for the good things that we have created, realization and recollecting of the good things that we have done for others. All of that accounting, that accounting is really going to help us construct what will eliminate that self doubt. The third thing that also needs to be done is the vulnerability in the way we handle our relationship. So, which is where if we are in that situation of pain and we have internalized that pain, some amount of revisiting the way we are managing relationships also need to be done. And relationship management skills, some of it could be about conversations, some of it could be about confronting others in a constructive way, some of that could be about clarifying values and what we stand for, some of it could be contractually connecting and working with others. So we need to diagnose and figure that out. So if we are in this situation where we see that we are hiding pain, it's not going to go away. For that to go away, verbalizing the pain is important, and support to solve that situation is important. It's important for us to work on the self doubt and eliminate that. And it's also important for us to work with the relationships and relationship management skills and get that part of us resolved. That's the way to look at this and not hope that pain will go away. Here's also something that we need to understand. A heart full of wisdom is a heart that can be of use to us and others. But a heart full of poison is only going to spew that poison in one way or the other. Even if we are not spewing that poison on others, we will spew that poison on ourselves. And that's where many of us tend to fall ill so much. Despite being very healthy, eating very well, we keep on having irritating illnesses, muscle aches, joint pains, all of those things. So if you are in pain, identify that. Garner the wisdom, create the wisdom to create the solution. You deserve a healthy life, despite whatever life you have lived in, despite all the stuff around you. You deserve a great life. Begin from there. Affirm to yourself that your life is worthy of being lived, and you are worthy of having a worthy life that you can live joyously. Wish you a lot of joy, peace, and harmony in your life.